I'm going to talk about a game called Slime Rancher.
Slime Rancher, okay.
What do you think that's about?
Is it some sort of Farmville thing to do with monsters?
Sort of. It's a first-person game where you've basically got a vacuum gun,
Right.
which consider the gravity gun.
Okay.
But it also has 4 vats or 5 vats where you can suck things up into it. Like you can suck up water later on in the game.
Okay.
Or you can suck up slimes.
Right.
Slimes are basically large, blobby, slimy creatures
I am an old D&D hand, old Pathfinder hand. I know about slimes.
which exist in the world. And you start off with a pink slime.
Right.
So you suck up a pink slime, you take it back to your ranch, you put it in a pen, and then you have a pink slime, and you give it some food, bit of fruit, bit of veg, and then it drops a crystal.
So I'm sort of thinking Pokemon meets Viva Pinata or something.
Viva Pinata's a very close one. So it drops this crystal, a pink crystal.
Yep.
You feed it food, then it drops a crystal.
Right.
We do
How
not.
can we mercilessly exploit this on an industrial
We're
scale?
not considering how this crystal is created. So you take your crystal,
Yeah.
put it into a machine, and it gives you money for it.
Right, okay.
Then you explore a bit more, and you find, say, a rock slime, which is blue. And then you take that back, put it into a pen, feed it, take the crystals, put it in the machine, get a different amount of money.
Right, okay, with you so far.
Yeah. And there are lots and lots of types of slimes.
Okay.
And so you make up a farm. And with all these pens which you're feeding, you start growing food on crop pen.
Fields?
Fields, that's the
Fields
word.
is the word,
Yeah.
yes.
Fields. I should know that. I live in a country. And on trees.
Okay.
And you feed it and you make all these crystals, and then you spend the money on upgrades and things.
Right. Okay.
Then,
What's your overall aim? You're just trying to gain lots of money and see the world? Or...
not entirely sure what the overall aim is. Get to
Right,
the end
sorry.
of things.
Okay.
Now, if you take one of these crystals
Yeah.
and feed it to a different colour slime, like if you've got pink slime and you feed it a rock crystal,
Yeah.
then the slime will turn into a larger slime, which is a pink rocky one.
They're eating each other's crystals.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
And so then, when you feed it, it will drop both pink and rock.
Crossbreeding.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so you can only do it for twos, and not everything can be bred that easily, like water ones are a bit hard to breed. But you then end up with a bunch of pens with these mutated creatures in, which you're using to get all of the crystals you need. And then you start exploring, and then you need to find locked doors, and you get through them by feeding lots of required food to larger creatures which are in the world. And then you can explore even further, get more types of slimes. And then
Okay.
after a while you unlock the ability to make machinery, which can then be put in around in the world to get more resources, which can make more machinery. And you can start building up your world that way.
It sounds quite elaborate. Almost
well-
bordering sort of Minecraft dimensions, mod packs and
It
stuff.
sounds more elaborate than it is.
Fair enough.
But-
You're talking it up well.
But it is a very interesting little game. It was free on Games with Gold this month,
Okay, so
which is
Xbox
why I started
thing.
playing it. But it's also out on PC, and I don't know about PlayStation. I should assume so. And it's just this really, really relaxing game. Plays relatively slowly. You're not really doing any
Sort of medium-term
fast reaction
goals.
things, but you're basically hitting that sweet spot of that button for I am making sure this has got enough food, I'm harvesting these crops. It's sort of like if you imagine a mobile phone game like Farmville or whatever,
Yeah.
but in first person without any of the microtransactions and delay timers to slow it down.
Yeah.
And it's really oddly compelling.
So quite a sort of soothing, enjoyable sort of game
Yeah.
loop to it all, yeah.
Yeah, you take damage, but so far nothing's really been that deadly to me.
Not that combat-y a game then. That's
Not at the moment. Out in the wild, some things will attack you, but you can just get past them quite easily by running.
Okay, fair enough.
And they're chickens as well.
And so it's largely about the sort of the collectibles aspect of...
Is
there like a big list of all the slimes you're trying to find?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you can tick them
there's-
off.
Yeah, it's basically about making sure you've got the right resources in order to make the things you need to get better resources.
So part management, part exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And I don't know what the end goal is going to be. I don't know when I'm going to have considered to have finished it. Possibly when I've collected everything. Possibly when I've built everything.
So
I
the
don't know if there was a hard end.
Yeah, the structure it's just sort of sandboxy. Go do all this stuff and tick off these lists. I suppose. Yeah.
But it's really quite interesting and fun. Yeah, it's not deep at all when it comes down to it. And all you're basically doing is collecting enough carrots to feed to animals in a pen.
Well, there's a lot of different games like that, but I mean, how transparent the click fest of it all is, or how engaging the moment-to-moment gameplay of it all is quite variable, I suppose.
You mentioned Viva Pinata. It doesn't have any of the depth of Viva Pinata.
Okay.
Which is a game I really have to go back to and re-examine.
Yeah, I never played it, but I remember you talking about it. Yeah.
It was a good game, but then I just sort of stopped playing it because it sucks up loads of hours, and I think I need to put more time into it. But I think this... Okay, I'm probably never going to go back to this game after I've had my fill this time.
Been there, tick, yeah, done.
But I must be up to 15, 18 hours already in 2 days.
Well, yeah,
so
that's a success then, really.
Yeah,
isn't it? That kind of time
I've
into
definitely
it.
got my worth out of this game, even more so considering it was part of my subscription bonus.
Yeah. It can't all be like 2,000 hours later still playing type things, yeah. That sounds good.